Kenseth, Shelmerdine, and McGriff all going into the Hall of Fame. All that and more coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good day today. If I haven't earned your subscription, I'm hoping today is the day I will earn that subscription. All right, the NASCAR Hall of Fame has released its list of who is going into the Hall of Fame, and it is Matt Kenseth, Herschel McGriff, and Kirk Shelmerdine. Let's take a look real quick at each one of their statistics and why they got in. This article from The Heavy: Herschel McGriff headlines the class with a racing career that spanned decades. The Oregon native made his Cup Series debut in 1950 with a 9th place finish in the Southern 500. He then went on to make 85 starts at the top level of NASCAR while reaching victory lane 4 times during the 1954 season. He was named one of NASCAR's 50 greatest drivers in 1998. McGriff made the biggest impact on what is now known as the ARCA Menards West Series. He started 271 races spanning 1954 to 2018. He made his last start at the age of 90, and McGriff won a total of 37 races in the series, including 12 in 1972. 2003 Cup Series champion Kenseth was one of the sport's most successful drivers. He competed full-time for 18 seasons and part-time for another 4 while reaching victory lane 39 times. Kenseth captured some of the biggest races in NASCAR, including 4 crown jewels. He won the Daytona 500 twice, the Southern 500 once, and the Coke 600 one time as well. He also captured the All-Star race during the 2004 season. While he only captured 1 championship, Kenseth made the playoffs in 13 of the 14 seasons, and he finished second in the standings on 2 separate occasions. Kirk Shelmerdine achieved a considerable amount of success during his Hall of Fame career. He served as crew chief for some of the biggest names in the sport, and he celebrated in victory lane 46 times. Kirk Shelmerdine, who received 52% of the modern era votes, was instrumental in a dominant run by Dale Earnhardt. He guided the Intimidator to 4 of his 7 Cup Series championships: 1986, 1987, 1990, and 1991. Once Shelmerdine retired from his role as crew chief, he took on a different role. He began competing more regularly across the 3 national NASCAR series, and he made a total of 41 starts. He spent the most time in the Cup Series, including a 2004 season where he started 18 of 36 races and posted a season-best finish of 37th at Michigan International Speedway. So congrats to all of those guys. Each single one of those people in the sport definitely deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Not mentioned there is basically that Matt Kenseth had a season in 2004 that was so consistent that he basically created the playoff system by himself because Brian France didn't like him being the winner, just being that consistent. And he came up with the chase system that eventually morphed into the playoff system we have now. So, yeah, that's one. They won't come out and admit it and say it, but that is one historically significant thing that Matt Kenseth will always be known for. Just having that super big 2004 season that broke NASCAR and made them go to this really stupid playoff system, essentially, is what it ended up being. The other thing is, a lot of people felt like Sam Ard or AJ Foyt or whoever deserved to be in the Hall of Fame instead of these guys. Well, I see sort of where they're coming from with that, but I never want to take away from people going into the Hall of Fame, so I'm not going to make those arguments. I can definitely see where you would want Sam Ard in there. Sam Ard is an absolute legend, but so are these 3 guys that definitely went into the Hall of Fame. And I can see where people, including myself, wanted A.J. Foyt in there. If I had a vote, I would have voted for Foyt over Herschel McGriff, but because A.J. Foyt has 7 wins at Daytona 500, and he wasn't, NASCAR wasn't his full focus. So I think 7 wins in a sport where it's not your full focus is pretty impressive. He was voted also one of the top 100 drivers, but just because, you feel like that, I don't want to take away from these guys going into the Hall of Fame, so I'm not going to sit here and lay out arguments of who I think should be in the Hall of Fame, but I know the 2 names that came up the most were Harry Gant, A.J. Foyt, and Sam Ard. A lot of people didn't understand why they weren't going into the Hall of Fame, so maybe, hopefully, next time that we have a vote, those guys will get in. All right, wanted to keep it short here. I will be making a video tomorrow with all the paint schemes for Darlington. And yeah, so wait for that. They finally all came out. I'm sort of disappointed with some of them, so I'm going to go over the ones I like, the ones I don't like, and I'm just, we will figure it out. I might rate them. We'll see. But that is the next video coming up. All right, so if you made it this far, feel free to subscribe. If you got a comment, leave it down in the comments section. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.